Every single day, you repeat lies to yourself, and they're holding you back. Let's debunk 5 of them and see if we can't improve your mental health.
Thanks for watching Blimey Cow. This episode is sponsored by Unbound and made possible by viewers like you.
Last week, we talked about the mental health crisis in this country. You're not supposed to feel good about yourself. You don't need to have watched that video first, but I think you will enjoy it, so I cannot remember where the cards are. Today, I want to talk about 5 very simple lies you repeat in your head literally every single day, and how you can unlearn them. Are you ready? Let's go. I can't do it. Now, obviously, there are things you can't do, but most of the other stuff you can do if you just utilize the gifts you've been given and apply yourself. Like, you've gotta want it. But if you do want it, you can have it. I'm about to say something controversial, okay? Very exciting. The number of successful people is roughly equal to the number of people who applied themselves. There aren't like a million people out there who continually give it their best and are just not rewarded for their efforts. Most people give up when things get hard. Now, that's not to say there aren't plenty of untalented, successful people. Anyone who has ever seen Mark Cuban knows that. Anyone who has ever had a manager knows that's not true.
Boom. Roasted.
Hello, darkness, my old...
What I'm saying is those who want it, get it. If you try hard enough for long enough, you have more experience than 99.9% of the population when it comes to that thing. And that's worth something. So just dedicate 30 minutes a day to whatever the thing is that you want to do. Grab a book on the subject, take a class, find someone who does that thing and offer to work for free. Effort requires sacrifice. Instead of saying, I can't do it, say, I haven't done it yet. I cannot stop doing it. Now, this lie is tricky because there is some truth to it. If you have a bad habit or an addiction and you want to stop, well, you probably can't stop doing it on your own. You're going to need quite a bit of help. So you've got to admit that you have a problem, and that might be tough, that might be embarrassing, but you know what? The people who would make fun of you for admitting that you need help, they're not really worth that much as friends. Who judges someone for saying they need help? What the heck is wrong with you? So the worst thing that could happen by admitting you have a problem is that you find out who your real friends are. I mean, best case scenario, you have a parent or adult in your life that can help guide you through it. I know that that's not always going to be the case, though, especially this day and age, Josh. And if that's true for you, I'm genuinely really sorry. I hope, though, that you're able to find someone who can help guide you out of that. So instead of, I can't stop doing it, say, I need to admit I need help. And speaking of bad friends, nobody would like me if they actually knew me. So last week, we talked a lot about influencer culture, very messy, very toxic. You're better off without it, to be honest. You shouldn't have to conform to have friends. But here's the sad truth, okay? I wish this weren't how it is, but it is this way. Most of your friends, they're not gonna be your friends for very long, a couple years tops. By the time you're in your 30s, you're gonna have like 100 people that you assume slightly hate you for not returning their phone calls or going to their holiday parties. You'll run into them at the grocery store and it'll be more awkward than you could ever imagine. Especially when they're masked up and you're not. Sorry, no more COVID. I say all that to just say this. They're not going to be your friends that long anyways. So just be yourself. And I know that's a loaded statement because who are you, really? I mean, what does that even mean to be yourself? I'm at that point, I just think this is the most stupid statement. I don't even know. I just mean that when you have the urge to conform because you're worried people won't like you, don't do it. That's being yourself or finding who a good person in yourself is. I always cling to the wise words of John Avery Whitaker. If you have 5 or 6 good friends in a lifetime, you are truly blessed. Instead of saying, nobody would like me if they actually knew me, say, I want to be around people who like me for me, not who they want me to be. Everything is my fault. Not to spoil the ending of Good Will Hunting or anything, but
It's not your fault. I know.
He didn't.
Nobody is gonna get that reference, especially me. Don't worry about it, guys. That movie says a lot of bad words, apparently. Look, it's true, okay? Some things are your fault. Most things aren't. The key is figuring out that that line, that very crucial line where you're able to be motivated by failure while also not hating yourself because you're not good enough. Very crucial line of thinking. Just as you live in your own body and affect the world around you, so too does everyone else. The world doesn't revolve around you, and you aren't the only one who has an impact on it. So when bad things are happening, you have agency, but so does everyone else. So you can take responsibility for the things you can change while also recognizing that other people are not just innocent bystanders. For example, it's not your fault you can't afford a house right now. That's just called not being rich. But it is your fault if you take that knowledge and just don't try to improve your situation. So instead of saying, everything is my fault, say, I will have grace on myself and put myself in the best position possible in order to succeed. It will never get better. A lot of times for a lot of people, it just comes down to hope. Can you look down the road and see a light or not? There's a light up ahead. If you lose hope, you've basically lost everything. A lot of people might not even know what this feels like, but even if you've only lost hope for like just one day, you know what a horrifying, empty, lonely feeling it truly is. But things will get better because human beings adapt. We learn, we get stronger and smarter, we cope. You might be having a bad day, a bad week, a bad year, but it will get better. Take the steps you can to improve your situation. Write everything down so it's not just floating around in your brain. And then just hope and pray and have faith that you're not alone, because you're not. Yes, you've been told lies, but you can also believe truth. So instead of saying, it will never get better, say, I have faith that it will get better. When I hear about how many kids out there, particularly now, are suffering, it makes me very sad. I want you guys to be okay. From the Blimey Cow crew to you, we love you. You're gonna make it. The best is yet to come. Oh, hey, here's one more lie you believe. You have to do college the normal way, the standard way, the expensive way, hogwash. And here's another lie. You've run out of time to adjust your college plans this fall. Hogwash again. Whether you're in high school or recently graduated, it's not too late to adjust your plans. Unbound is a Christian project-based education company that specializes in equipping students in high school and beyond with the skills, experience, network, and education they need to live and work effectively in the real world. So whether you know exactly what you want to do with your future or you're unsure, especially if you're unsure, you should check out the Ascend program by Unbound. They provide students 16 years and older with the hands-on experience, coaching, flexible college courses, and Christian leadership training they need to use their education in the real world. I know this sounds too good to be true, but it's not too good to be true. I mean, it is too good to be true, but it's true. That's why we have Briley, a first-year Ascend student, to tell you why she chose Ascend.
It was the first time in my life that I think I said, you know what, God, I understand the way that you designed me, and I'm gonna stop fighting that. It became really, really exciting because suddenly, fighting off a huge, life, vision, mission, project felt totally doable.
Enrollment in Ascend has been extended through the end of September, so book a call with the Unbound admissions team today. For more information on how to truly use your education in the real world and to book that call, visit beunbound.us/BlimeyCow. Again, that's beunbound.us/BlimeyCow. Going to their holiday parties. We're secular now. Their Christmas parties, Josh. Their Christmas, just any no.
Thanksgiving party.
That's true. Happy holidays, guys. Not to spoil the ending of Good Will Hunting or anything. Wait, isn't that the movie with Heath Ledger and like Cowboy Mountain or whatever? He's with the Cowboys. All right.
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain. Yeah.